right now. Evan Nappen, New Jersey firearms attorney, with us on the program. Evan, thank you, sir, for your time.
Always a pleasure. How you doing, Cam?
You know what? I'm a little angry right now, Evan,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a little confused. I'm very confused about what's going on in Atlantic County, New Jersey, because we have a case here yesterday. Ray Rice of the Baltimore Ravens receiving a 2-game suspension from the NFL for knocking his fiancée unconscious. The NFL gave him that slap on the wrist because they said that he really wasn't facing any criminal charges. And the reason why he's not facing criminal charges is because the Atlantic County Prosecutor's Office told Ray Rice he didn't have to go to jail or prison for knocking his girlfriend unconscious. He could go to a pretrial diversion, and if he kept his nose clean, then all these troubles would go away. Meanwhile, your client, Shaneen Allen, not accused of committing a violent crime, and yet the prosecutor, same office, I understand, says, nope, not eligible for pretrial diversion. We want you to go to prison, Shaneen, for not knowing the law and bringing your legally owned, legally carried firearm in Pennsylvania into New Jersey and telling an officer that you had it when you were pulled over at a traffic stop.
That's correct. Unfortunately, Shaneen Allen is not an NFL player. She is a single mom with 2 kids. She's a medical professional. She works as a phlebotomist. She had been robbed twice, so she went and got a lawfully purchased firearm, went and got licensed by the city of Philadelphia and got her state carry license from Pennsylvania through the city. She, like many others, believed that a license issued by a state government would be honored by another state's government. But as those of us know, that isn't the case when it comes to New Jersey. They don't recognize any other state's license. She was completely upfront. She was pulled over for a routine traffic stop for simply failure to maintain a lane. That was it. As soon as she was pulled over, she handed the officer her driver's license and her carry license and made it clear that she had her firearm with her, as she was told to always do, so that the officer would be aware that she was armed. She was honest, forthright. And because New Jersey's gun laws are so extreme and so outrageous, the best sentence a judge can give her is 3 years, no chance of parole, over some other amount of years up to 10. So the 3 is the minimum mandatory, yet the prosecutor there has the discretion, even though the judge doesn't. The prosecutor has the discretion to put her into diversion, and the key with her, she put her application in, and she was approved by the PTI program director. The program approved her and even told her, oh, don't worry, this won't be a problem. You'll get into PTI. And the prosecutor denied her. It's outrageous to turn Shaneen Allen into a felon, to take her away from her children for 3 years. This is a totally law-abiding citizen with no prior criminal record whatsoever, who has the most technical of violations, being forced into state prison and having her life ruined. It's outrageous, Cam.
Let me ask you this, Evan. If this case goes to trial, can you bring up this disparity when you're talking to the jury?
I can't bring up about PTI and all that, but I'll tell you what can come out. I think what can come out is what her understanding was, because there is a defense in New Jersey, believe it or not, called ignorance or mistake of law. It's an actual defense on the books, modeled after the model penal code law. Contrary to the common understanding that ignorance of the law is no mistake, it's no defense, it actually is a defense in New Jersey. And I think she can explain. If you reasonably arrive at your conclusion, the jury can hear it. And when the jury hears about her and what she did and how honest and forthright and the whole bit, I would think it'd be a hard time for a jury to find wrongdoing. But even before we get there, there's one other factor about this case that hasn't really been discussed, and that is that she possessed this handgun in New Jersey during New Jersey's firearm amnesty period, which was a 6-month period of amnesty in which one could possess firearms unlawfully for up to 180 days, in which you could take steps to either dispose of it, turn it into someone who could actually have it, like a dealer. And the specific charge she's charged with, 2C39.5b, is listed specifically in the firearm amnesty that a person may retain possession of their handgun. And that's what she's charged with, possession of a handgun. Even though it deals with a carry license, all of New Jersey's laws are possessory offenses. She is squarely within firearm amnesty. She never even should have been arrested, and yet she spent over 40 days in jail until her bail situation got straightened out on this offense.
That is amazing. That is ridiculous. Yes. Evan, look, this might not be something... I was going to say, this might not be something that you can bring up to the jury, but, you know, I got to say, this is something that journalists in New Jersey can certainly bring up to the DA. They can ask the DA why there is this disparity, why your client, Shaneen Allen, is facing, as you say, up to 10 years behind bars when we have a football player who, again, beat up his fiancée, who's walking away, in essence, scot-free.
We are fighting this very hard, and if I would like to just take a moment to ask folks if they want to donate to their legal defense fund, it would be appreciated if you just go to Go Get Funding, type Google Go Get Funding Shaneen or Go Get Funding Shaneen Allen. It'll come up, and please, if you're able, help her. We are fighting this the whole way. We are not going to let her become a convicted felon and be put away in prison at all. We're going to fight this as hard as we can, and it is something that is national now in scope, and she really is one of the cases that screams out as to why we need national carry reciprocity. If that existed now, if Senator Cornyn's bill, 1908, if that was law now, that would have stopped this problem.
Evan Nappen, we've got the link at Cam and Company on Twitter for those who want to donate. We're going to continue following this story, and I really appreciate you coming on the program this afternoon.
My pleasure. Thank you, Cam. Take care.